Thursday Thunder. 1st of March, 2018. March.
Yeah, first day of autumn.
Fuck.
I'm past that hump now.
Hey?
Past that crazy summer weird.
Where has... The nights are getting cooler, though.
Yeah, I like it. I'm happy.
Welcome to Thursday Thunder. This episode is once again brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym. Check us out online at australianmuscle.com.au on all social media platforms. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, Kim.
Just finished a chest session.
Yeah, chest
So
and...
feeling massive.
Yeah. we'll call
You
that.
feeling massive?
No.
Yeah, but you did a... we both did PBs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. But still.
So you got 100 kilos for...
I think I got 17.
17.
That's an inside joke. We'll just skip over that part.
Yeah. People who've watched South Park will know what that joke's from.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. How's the prep?
It's going good. This
Going
morning
good?
I weighed myself on one of those little kitchen scales.
You weighed yourself on kitchen scales.
Not kitchen scales, bathroom scales. It was a struggle to get on the counter. No, under 90 kilos, so 89.5 this morning. But we'll see what the real numbers are this Sunday coming.
Yeah, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Yeah. So
it's going well so far.
Very good. Very good.
How about yourself? How's walking?
Still walking. I said last week that I was going to walk 50 kilometres.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up walking 52 kilometres, I think, on the week. But I must admit that I was shattered at the end of the week.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And it took a toll on my body. Like my ankles were sore, my feet were sore, my hips were sore. So this week I've still gone for a walk every day, but I've cut it back.
Yeah.
Not going so crazy.
Not 6Ks still?
Averaging about 6Ks a day, which takes me about 54 minutes. Went out this morning at 5:15 and was back just after 6 a.m. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's this time of year though. The nights are now nice. They're nice and cool, and they're not freezing. It's still dark at 5:15.
It is.
Like pitch black.
Need to be careful of cars. I tend to walk on the road a little bit, like just because on the back streets and it's more comfortable. I feel like I play games on my phone when I'm walking, and I also like veer off. Yeah, I'll veer off to the left. And I'm like, oh, I better get back on. Like, it goes quick. So,
okay.
Yeah. You listen to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts. Yeah. Yep. Anyway.
Yeah.
What's the news?
Big things.
Well, we had the IFBB Pro League was on their second qualifying show leading up to the Arnold Classic. So that was on in Sydney. We had a couple of South Aussies go there.
We did, had a few over there.
Only two.
Only two?
Yeah.
A few classes, four, so a couple.
So Sarah Pearson came third in the figure open to Rose Black, who won.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a... That's not bad for Sarah, because that was a tough lineup.
Yeah, and she was tiny.
Yep.
But everyone was like in height. It was actually quite funny to look at, but she held her own very well.
Yeah, look, she held her own very well, but she'll always struggle, I think, against the big tall girls in the IFBB figure. But she looked awesome. She looked really good, and to get a third in a national level competition was very good. Justin Emmond from here went along, and unfortunately no placing for Justin, but he looked awesome as per usual.
Yes. What can I say? Justin just has that ability to get peeled.
He gets peeled
every time.
Yeah, it's crazy. He just needs a little bit more mass, and he's been saying that on his page, on his social media, that he just does need more mass to be competitive, which is usually the case with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and speaking of the IFBB Pro League, the pro shows start this weekend with the Arnold Classic Columbus.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I really do like the lineup as well, which is good.
It's a very good lineup, so very good opening lineup. We've also, there's a big team from Australia going over, and obviously we'll be following Mike Pearson. Will be making his debut on the international stage.
I think isn't Nathan James Williamson making his debut as well, or is that next week?
No, Nathan's competing at the IFBB Australia Grand Prix, so that's where he's making his debut. So good luck to the amateurs, but we were going to do our top six, so we'll just go through the competitors. So the competitor list actually is Lionel Bayecki, William Bonax, Max Charles, Jonathan De La Rosa, Dexter Jackson, Steve Kuklo, Cedric McMillan, Lucas Osladil, Paul Polizek. Sean Roden is out. We
Yeah.
spoke about that last time. Justin Rodriguez, Fred Smalls, Rolly Winkler, Dennis Wolf, and Hidetaka
Yamagishi.
Yes.
Ta-ta-ta.
He's made his day.
Hide.
He's moved up from the 212s into the Opens. And he used to be a good Open competitor.
Yeah.
He had a top 10 in the Olympia.
He did.
So he's got really good shape. So I'll give you my top 6, starting at 6th. I got Max Charles in 6th. I got Lionel Bayeki in 5th. Then I've got Rolly Winkler, Cedric McMillan, Dexter Jackson, and William Bonac. Now, I'll give you my explanation for this is because this is Arnold's show, and
Yep.
he's talked about aesthetics and the big bloated guts and everything, and I think that's what they'll go for. So they're going to go for the nice aesthetic physique.
More streamlined.
Which are those 3? Which are William Bonac, Dexter Jackson, and Cedric McMillan?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
that order can be, and it most probably can be in anything. I think if Cedric brings his condition last year, because he's defending champion, he'll
Yeah,
most probably
he
win.
is, yeah.
But I've put Cedric only in 3rd because he's such a temperamental bodybuilder that he is either coming really good or he'll be a bag of dicks.
Yeah, like at the Olympia, how he...
Yeah. Dexter Jackson, man, I'd love to see him win it because I've got a feeling this is going to be his last year of
He
competition.
might finish this circuit more than anything. Like if he does well here, if he comes to Australia and does cause he does all the Arnolds
Yes.
every year, so
Yep.
it could be his final circuit. But if he wins some of them, hey, that'll be a great way to send off.
Yeah, I think this will be his last year. And he'll most probably go through to the Olympia, but I don't know if we'll see him again. So it'd be great to see him win because he's the most winningest Arnold Classic with 5.
Yep.
So, yeah, so who have you got?
Well, I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go from number 1 through 6.
Oh.
So I'm going to say William Bonac's going to take it out just
All right,
because
so
the way
we've both got the same.
Yeah, just-
and look, he was 3rd at the Olympia.
he was. So there's no way you can lose that much.
Yeah.
Second, I have Dexter Jackson as per usual.
Okay.
Cedric McMillan 3rd, so we're going to say
Oh, we
1,
got
2,
the same
3.
top 3.
I've gone with Hide in 4th because
Really?
I do like his shape, and I think he has been very quiet on a lot of social media. He's been very, very quiet on a lot of things.
Milos Sarcev is prepping him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he's very scientific too.
Very scientific.
So I'm putting Hide up in the top 6. Rolly Winkler with 5th just because he just is getting huge, and I'm not really sure that's what people are looking at the moment. And 6th with Lionel Bayeki. I don't have Max Charles in the top 6.
Okay.
I just think he has that tendency to get smooth.
Yeah.
Especially in his back.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, look, I agree.
That's my top 6.
Rolly is the dark horse, though.
Yeah.
And his position can. I mean, we've put him. There's a lot of people are saying that he's his favourite and everything
Yeah.
with some of the Camel Crew photos that have been coming from Kuwait, and he's looking absolutely massive.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Rolly, if he's any bigger than he has been, which he's already been freaking massive,
Yeah.
I think he's going to lose any sort of flow and shape to his physique. And like I said, with Arnold not liking that look, I don't think the judges will go for it.
yeah, and I think you said a while ago that the bodybuilders are a lot bigger now than when he competed, but they don't have that same talent as he puts it. He just they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's not what it's about.
Yep.
He does like the statuesque. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think we've got the top 3 right, but in which order, I think that can
Yeah,
all
yeah.
change. And look, I'd love to see Dexter win. I really would. But I think he is now. He's got to. It's just his body just can only respond so much. But we'll see.
Pushing 50 now, isn't he? He's like late 40s now.
Yeah, something
So-
like that. Yeah. Dennis Wolf will be interesting.
I'm looking forward to seeing Dennis.
Yeah, there's
Wolf
been a
there.
few photos of Dennis and a couple of videos come out. I don't know how recent they are,
Yeah, he's
but he doesn't seem to have that.
no, too
Same-
long
same
of
size.
injury, too long a time out. So
I don't know. I just can't see it. Would be good to see him in the top 5
yeah,
as well.
definitely.
Yeah, and look, I think he can sneak into the top 6. I don't think he will threaten any of those top 3 competitors. Though.
No.
Now there is a 212 as well, and it's a very, very small lineup. 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Now Hardy Schupan was in there, and
Yeah.
we all talked about him and his
Yeah.
visa. Well, he hasn't got a visa.
Oh well.
Yeah. and Trump's policy is going to keep him out of the country for a long time. There's a lot of other
There are
guys.
some big names in the 2-on-2 though. There's
Well, look, it's going to be the battle between David and Jose.
Yeah.
And I've got Jose first and David Henry second, but that can go either way.
The Korean one, Kyung Won Kang, I've seen a lot of photos of him, and he was sitting around 92 kilos like 2 weeks ago, and he looked shredded.
They got these beautiful lines, big full round muscle bellies.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he places, but Jose...
Guy Cistanano is always a threat as well, but I don't think... I think the top two is set.
Yeah.
Unless Jose and David come in off, but I can't see that happening. So after that, it really... I mean, you're right, this...
Kyung Won Kang.
Kyung Won Kang definitely can be in third. Maybe Guy Cistanano in fourth. Charles Dixon, Sammy Trudy. I'm not too familiar with him. But
I'll have to double check.
It's a surprisingly tiny lineup.
Yeah, but the 2-1-2s are usually larger at the Arnold Classic.
They are. So usually the 2-1-2 classes. So I'm sure they sent out a lot of invitations, but for some reason they just didn't accept. But there we go.
6.
We'll keep this paper for next week.
We will, definitely.
So don't throw this out so we can go through it and laugh at each other.
Good.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. We've got something leading into a question that we had, which we'll sort of cover in a minute. But I was listening to a podcast the other day, as I listen to podcasts.
Yep.
And someone said, there was a good quote I heard, which is that effort is the one variable you can control. And he was applying this in business, but this can be applied in weight training, everything.
Every single thing you can apply it to.
Everything. So really, it's the effort you put in will give you the results you want. And I'm going with this because I was here on Monday when I was working at the gym, and I had a guy come in, and he said, "Oh, you've leaned out a lot, rah rah." And he turned around, and the first thing he says, "So what are you taking?" You know?
Obviously, every drug imaginable.
Yeah, exactly. And every single fat burning supplement on earth. But he didn't go into it all about, oh, what's your nutrition like? Are you doing any cardio, etc. So I told him what I ate, and I get up and do cardio every day, etc. And the first thing he said was, "Oh, I haven't got time to do that." And this was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm there, "What, you finished work?" He goes, "Yeah." "Well, then what are you doing now?" He said, "I'm going home." And I'm there, "Well, you got time now?"
Yeah. There's always...
I'm there, "What are you doing at 6 o'clock in the morning?" "Oh, I'm asleep." "Well, you got time then?"
Yeah. I got nothing else to add. I feel you sleep, what, 6 to 8 hours? There's still 16 hours. You work for 8 or 9. There's still 7 hours.
Yeah.
Even for an hour and a half, you could do something.
Exactly right.
I think there was like at the end, they did like, you did watch like 22 hours of TV per week, which is stupid.
I must admit, I watch a stupid amount.
Yeah, so do I. But I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like this morning, I went for my walk, I cooked my meals, I did my client check-ins, and then I went back to bed for a few hours. And then I came in and trained.
I'm going to see. Excuse me.
That's good. So by the time I hit 7 o'clock, I've already done most of my work for the day. So now I've got today just to keep on top of the gym, really.
Exactly right.
I mean, but I've done everything.
Yeah.
Or before midday.
Exactly right. So, and it's funny, like when you see most successful, I know a lot of successful business people who are really, really fit, good physiques, are lean, etc. And they all, because they know the effort, what effort you put in, you get back, and that applies to business. But they know how to apply it to then their personal life and their training and everything else. So these guys will make the time to exercise, to train, to get their nutrition on point. And usually they're really good at it. That's because they're used to putting in the effort.
This brings me back to one of the things we said a few weeks ago about making a list.
Exactly
every day.
Right.
Like
a power list. Yeah.
If you've got a list of activities you need to do in front of you, you're more inclined to get them done.
That's right.
So
otherwise you'll just procrastinate. Or what was I meant to do? Yeah. Have it written down in front of you, and then execute. So this leads into our question. We had a question this week by Tim Allen.
Yep, not the comedian.
How do you know?
I can only assume, I think he might have more important things to do.
All right. Tim posted on our page and said, "I've lost 14 kilos since December 28th. Now I assume that's just December 28th is gone.
Yeah.
So if he's lost 14 kilos, it's an incredible effort. So well done. But his question was, at what percentage body fat do I change my diet to bulking? And
it's a hard question to answer.
well, it's a question that can't be answered, because are you happy with where you are now with your physique, or do you still need to lose body fat? Do you know what your body fat percentage is? Have you been measuring and tracking your nutrition and your body fat levels, or are you just guessing? So there's so many variables in here, and then I hate the term bulking, because that just usually means let's get fat again.
It just means you can sort of. I've done it. I'll have a pizza and say, no, I'm bulking, it's fine. It sort of alleviates that amount of tension you put on yourself. It's a mental thing. I feel best time to start increasing your calories, where if you feel like you're getting weaker, if you're feeling lethargic throughout the day, I think you should eat a tiny bit more each week and measure your output. And then if you find you're still practically the same, increase it another 5-10%.
If he's lost 14 kilos since December 28th, I can just imagine that he's been in a severe calorie deficit for quite a while. If he's still losing, then it's all working. What I'd suggest, let's say that he's reached his goal. I'm happy now where I am. What do I do now? All right, Tim, what you need to do now is you need to track your macros. You need to work out how many calories you are eating a day now. So do that. Keep track of all your food for 3 or 4 days, everything you eat and drink. Work out the calories, which you can in like MyFitnessPal. There's a number of them. Work out the total calorie value, and we're just going to come up with a number. Say he comes up with a number of 2,300 average in a day. All right, increase your calories by 150.
150, around 5 to 10% per day.
150 a day. So over the course of a week, that's 750 extra calories. And then track your body. Keep track of your body fat. You should really do track of your body fat percentage. Get some pinches done, or even one of these in-body scales or something. Something that you can just track your body. Eat like that for a week. Track your body and see what the changes are. If your body fat hasn't gone up, your weight has stabilized, that's fine. Add another 150 calories a day. And keep doing that until you see a rise in your,
let's say, overall body weight, I'd say, but not to the fact.
No, but you want to still keep track of your body fat. So if your body fat levels start going up, then you know, okay, now it's time to back down.
If you were to jump more than 3%, like 0.5% in a week, I think it's time to back off a little bit, because they say there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of 440 grams of fat. So if you're consuming 3,500 calories more than your body needs, you're going to put on 400 grams of fat. So I'd say eat maybe underneath that, so you maybe around 200-300 grams per week gain. If you find that's working for you, stick with that. So what you're going to have to do, Tim, is you've been in a calorie deficit, and you're going to have to put yourself into an ever so slight calorie surplus. And you can only do that by tracking everything that you are eating and being in control of it, so that you know that, all right, you'll know a point where you actually hit a point where your body's not changing. So that's pretty well your base rate. It might come up to 2,700 or something. Then you add that 150 calories a day and monitor and put yourself into a slight deficit. Surplus. Obviously, train hard and see how you go. That's the best advice we can give. It's probably the most clear-cut, concise thing you do. Just track everything. And
you need to track everything. But congratulations on losing 14 kilos in December 28th. So that's January 20th, February.
That's 12 weeks.
That's 12 weeks. That's a phenomenal effort.
That's 1.2 kilos per week, and that's eating roughly 1,000 calories under maintenance.
That's right.
So
so there's most probably a lot you can play with.
There's a lot. I'd be excited if I could add 1,000 calories.
Exactly right. But putting it like that, really, he's on most probably a 1,000 calorie deficit to do that. So you can most probably chuck in 500 calories of extra food, and you might still lose a little bit.
You probably would more than anything.
Try that.
Fun.
Good luck. That leads me into this one thing that we were just talking about before we started filming, was about people getting cut and shredded. We get always questions, and people say, I want to get abs, Now generally abs, you need to be under 10%. And you want really, really crisp abs, Instagram abs. you're going to need to be like 7%.
Yeah, and Photoshop usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll take the Photoshop out.
Yeah.
All right, where am I going here? Bear with me. All right. Say we've got a graph here of you. All right. This was you at 25% in fat.
Okay.
This is you want to get to 7% Instagram shredded.
Yep. Instagram shredded.
So you can then do all
stage
these
ready.
inspirational Instagram posts and get 150,000 likes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you can get down to 14, 13% fairly easily, I think. And that 14 to 15, 13% is what normal people really should be at.
Yeah.
For healthy lifestyle and building muscle, etc. But you can get there quite easily, right? But say then there's this line at 12%. We've got a line here at 12%. You want to go under that line, so you want to get to 11%, 10%, 9%, etc. All right? Under this line, this is where sacrifice will happen.
Yeah, this is where people sort of give up and go, I don't want to do it anymore.
This is now where you're going to have to, right, get pedantic with everything you eat. Walk around with your Tupperware containers at parties. Don't drink any alcohol. Forsake going out with your wife / girlfriend / boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be gender.
You got
these days. So bear that in mind, people. That getting under that 12%, it's hard.
It is, and I'm pretty sitting.
And you see all these Instagram people and everything, they are sacrificing a lot usually to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, take out all the variables with their photos that are older, etc. But understand what I'm trying to say?
I get it.
It's all about then that sacrifice. And are you willing to go into that zone where you have to sacrifice everything for Instagram fame?
It could be as simple as, hey, would you like to try this one spoon of a sauce I just made? No, I can't, because it is a steady slope downwards.
Exactly right. That's how strict you have to get. Whereas at that 12 to 14%, no, you can still go out.
Yeah.
You can still go out and have a meal with your missus, your girlfriend, boyfriend. So you can do all of that still. But once you get below that line, no, you can't do any of that.
Yeah. I mean, I still have my weekly one meal that I'll have on the weekend, but I usually will fast for the day before.
Well, so do I. And even during the week, if I go out, we got a function on, I got a work function or whatever, family function, I might sacrifice 1 or 2 meals.
Yeah.
Because I'll know that, all right, that night I'm going to be drinking a few beers and having pretty well whatever is on offer. So my calorie intake usually ends up being about the same.
You tend to have about 2,500 to 3,000 calories in the bank, so you can, so to speak.
Right. So you can do that. Like I said, to that 12 to 14%. Under that, you can't.
Yeah.
So even to Tim Allen, you want to get those abs and everything and be all really sharp. Well, then you're going to have to sacrifice even more.
You're going to have to get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do 4
but in the end,
cardio.
my point is, like, what are you sacrificing it for?
Yeah. Is it for overall health, or is it for?
Yeah. Well, I don't think
vanity?
it's for overall health. It's mainly for vanity. But just be aware of the sacrifice that it takes to get to that level.
Because it's not only a physical battle; it's more mental than anything. Because it's very mental.
There's some people that can do it.
Yeah, and I hate those people.
And that's that 5%, most probably even less than 5% of people who can still eat junk food and everything. I mean, look, you most probably fall into that category.
Maybe.
Because you are always really lean, even when you're not prepping, Bastard. But anyway, for the normal blow Joe, it's going to have to be a lot of sacrifice. Anyway, that's enough rambling on that. But I hope you got the point. All right, we'll quickly just finish off. Don't forget, ICN posing classes again on this weekend.
Yep.
We are now coming up to 7.5 weeks out from the ICN show. I think 5 weeks out for the first show of season
5 weeks
8.
out, I think it's the PCA.
PCA, yep.
Late March? No,
first weekend in April.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then the second weekend, ICN third weekend. So posing classes, go check out the ICN South Australia page, all the times. Don't forget, also on Instagram, all the times are there, and the venues. And really, if you are competing, you really now should be practicing posing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this weekend, again, in conjunction with the posing class here at the gym, In Body Fitness is back for their body scans. So it's been, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yep.
So you and I had a scan.
We did.
And we're both keen to have our follow-up
Yeah.
scans.
And I've set myself some goals. When on that day, I'm like, okay, I need to get to this, I need to do this.
Yeah, I did the same
weeks.
once I had, so I'm really, really interested. So we will go through those results with you next week. So the In Body Fitness scan is here at the gym at 12 o'clock, between 12 and 2 on Sunday. So it's open to anybody, not just gym members, ICN. There's a special rate for ICN competitors, of course, but then just for general people off the street, it's only $5 more, $35. So if you want to track your progress, track what your body is doing, these are a really good idea, and we're going to get them back again in about 3 weeks.
Yep.
I think we're going to do them twice more before the show. So yeah, we'll get them back in another 3 weeks, and then just before the show, and then we'll find out how shredded you are.
Excited.
Yeah. That's it.
That's
all I got.
Yep.
We've got an exciting product that we'll talk to you about next week.
Yeah, we will, definitely.
We've been testing this new product.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I've been rambling so much, because I took 3 this morning.
took 4.
Yeah. Yeah. You look like you're gonna freak out.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of a panic attack yesterday, but it's good.
But it's a good energy / fat burning type product. All totally new, pretty revolutionary in terms of the ingredients that I've seen compared to anything else on the market. So we will have a full rundown on that next week. Exciting.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all we got for another week. This is episode 95, or so 5 more till you get 100.
How do you know that?
I've checked.
Ah,
I keep track. I think we should do something special for
that's unreal. We've been doing that long.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch you next week.
You will.
See ya.
Bye-bye.